don't think Zeke is one of those guys. I just think he got into some trouble, which he shouldn't have. Maybe should have thought about it, in some of these situations and just say, I'm going to fall back, and he wasn't thinking like, no big deal. He's a young guy. He's a kid or whatever. And kids do, stupid stuff. But you also have to realize that the situation that you're in, that you can't do stupid stuff or you're going to be held at a higher standard than other people. Because I'm sure everything that Zeke has done, someone else has done at his same age, and ain't nobody held them accountable, for it. Not like they holding this guy. But he got more on his plate, that he got to deal with. So he needs to understand that. So he's going to sit down with Jason Garrett. I think Jason Garrett needs to let him know, like, dude, you had one good season. There's plenty of guys that's had one good season, and then it goes down to two. You don't think these coordinators, these D coordinators, is going to be suiting up for the Cowboys now on the way to stop Ezekiel Elliott? And they're going to have some new, excuse me, they're going to have some new tricks up their sleeve or whatever to slow down Zeke. And if you don't have a successful season, which I still think he will, but if you don't have a successful season, then all of a sudden you end up being a different type of guy. They tag you as a different type of guy. So you need to get it together. You need to get it, under wraps, whatever it is. I hope Jason Garrett can talk to him. Maybe somebody else. He's just going to have to understand, unfortunately, in this world, in the world that he lives in, he's going to have to take a step back and say, I'm going to fall back on this one. Could be he got some, folks around him. I'm not even going to say that because I don't know. So I'm going to leave that alone. But at the end of the day, it ends with Zeke, and he got to do better. The bar situation, if he wasn't involved in that, sometimes your name just pop up just because of previous stuff that happened. They're just going to throw you in the mix. Oh, you were there? Yeah, so we're going to put Zeke in there. Somebody trying to do something. Unfortunately, you can't do that. Bring the bar to your house, man. I mean, it'll be plenty of people that be willing, to hang out. So, Zeke, get it together. Get it together, sir. Shouts out to Big L, who's in the building as well. Big L, I'm glad you're here. We got an award for you tonight. We're going to do the Big L Awards later on tonight, so that should be, very entertaining and very fun for us. Maybe not Big L, but appreciate you dropping in here. And Lopan said he's going to keep the peace tonight and not have any problems with you. So I appreciate that, Lopan. Now, we're going to move into a little bit of basketball. We talked about this. The Summer League is up. It was hyped up. It was pumped up. And I guess maybe rightfully so, if you want to say that. But all because of this kid, Lonzo Ball. Lonzo Ball got drafted by the Lakers, showed up to summer camp, got some injuries, had a bad game to start off, then got a better game, and then the next game, he had triple-double and all this stuff, and then he's the MVP of the Summer League and all this stuff. So now Magic is saying the Lakers are back. Back. Magic Johnson said the Lakers are back. So, America, I'm going to ask you this. Do you think the Lakers are back? I'll say that one more time. Do you think the Lakers, the Los Angeles Lakers, are back? No. They're not back, but they are here, if that makes any sense. And let me explain. The reason I say they are here is because before, it was like you would go out of there, and again, I'm going to bring this up again. The Al Bundy effect. The Al Bundy effect where you scored 4 touchdowns in a high school football game. That was eons ago. And I think with the Lakers, not Magic, because Magic understands, but with Lakers fans, they still was like, we relevant because we had Kobe. We had when they won championships. No, nobody cares about that, especially, folks who hate the Lakers. They are salivating at the mouth at the Lakers not being prosperous or winning, any games or whatever. So when I say that they're not back, but they are here, they're noticeable. They're in the background now. They're the background dancers or the background singers at this point, basically. And I'm gonna use an analogy if y'all know what I'm talking about. Basically, right now it's like Golden State, and Houston, even maybe. No, I'm not gonna throw Minnesota in there, but book it, 50 wins. They're 50 Cent, and the Lakers are game right now. And hip-hop people will know what I'm talking about. And if you're not hip-hop, I'm going to explain it to you. At one point, Game was getting in on the game. He was rolling with G-Unit and 50 Cent doing videos and everything. And in the background is the Game. Hey, Game is on the come up. He's there. Now he makes his way, and now he's at the front. So that's what I mean by the Lakers are here. They are in the background right now. You got Lonzo Ball, so you got something to rally around. You got something that's going to make people show up to the games. Brandon Ingram looked like he's doing a lot better from his rookie season. Put on a little bit of weight. That's expected. He was a rookie. He was only 19. The brother, probably looked like he weighed 140 pounds, so he needed to develop. They kept Julius Randle. He's on that team. They pick up Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. That adds to the team. So they got some pieces there. Larry Nance Jr., Clarkson, you got some pieces to go with that team. And then we all know next year they're going to go for the gusto and try to bring in 2 superstars. So, back? No, they are not back. Here, in the background, at least, doing the running man, yeah. I will say they are that. They're deep off in the background, but at least they're allowed on the stage at this point, and they're not watching it from, the stands, up in the balcony. Big L doesn't like Luke Walton. He said they need a real coach. Luke is a fake coach. Now, Big L, why would you say Luke is a fake coach? At this point, here's the thing about Luke Walton. A lot of people are going to say, well, hey, he played on Golden State. They could have won without him and all that stuff. And then we saw some of the success that Golden State had with Mike Brown, and Steve Kerr wasn't there as well. But no coach that's successful as far as like we're going to put on the level as a Chuck Daly, as a Pat Riley, as a Greg Popovich, as a who else is out there, as a Red Auerbach, as a Phil Jackson, and the list goes on and on, for those type of coaches. You don't get to be one of those coaches. You don't even get to be a Larry Brown, which is a successful coach, Don Nelson, which was a successful coach. You don't get there without the talent. So you can't necessarily say he's a fake coach, Big L. He hasn't had the talent to provide what he needs to do. Tyronn Lue, I'm not yet on board with saying he's a great coach or anything like that. No, I'm not going to do that, but he's a really good coach. He has the talent. It's what do you do with the talent? A lot of people, if you don't have the talent, you just don't have the talent. And you can't do anything about that if someone is just better than you. You can devise all the plans you want, but if they can't run it or they can't execute it and they can't take advantages of situations, there's only so much you can do. So the jury is still out on Luke Walton. So I'm not gonna just really just get on Big L like that. I get what he's saying, but he's not a fake coach, Big L. Come on now. You gotta give him a little bit more than that, man. The dude knows his basketball. He comes from basketball, pedigree. He was in Golden State. They had success there. I'm pretty sure he was some type of contributor to that success. It just wasn't all Steve Kerr. So we'll see. We'll see how good. I just talked about, and Mocha, you'll probably appreciate this. We talked about Eric Spoelstra, a few weeks back. everyone was talking about how, Eric Spoelstra, anyone could coach that team. And now everyone is gone. LeBron, D. Wade, and Chris Bosh and the rest of them boys. And he did a, pretty good job this past year. But he didn't make the playoffs because you still got to have the talent at the end of the day. And shouts out to my man Ben from BS3 Sports, who's in the building as well. Ladies and gentlemen, Ben has a show on Saturdays that come on at 2 p.m. Correct me if I'm wrong. Eastern Standard Time's Ben. So check that out as well on the network. Always insightful. He has all types of sports across the board. So you'll love that. So shouts out to Ben for joining us tonight. Shouts out to GRF, Jack's Sharks Arena NL champs. That's a lot. So, but appreciate you dropping in, sir. So, ladies and gentlemen, the Lakers, they're somewhat back. They're not all the way back. They're in the background. They're background singing or they background dancing. Somebody back there doing the running man. And, you just like, man, who that dude doing the running man? And then you just kind of, remember them later on and they pop up. The Lakers are there. The West is going to be very, very, very interesting. So, also, let's just get to it. A lot of people talking about LeBron is concerned that the Cavaliers didn't make any, moves and should he be concerned and all this stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish y'all could see my facial expression right now, but I'm going to give you the Nick Young face. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, just Google Nick Young face. Hell yeah, they should be worried and concerned. All of them should, not just LeBron. Did you just see what happened to y'all in the NBA Finals? You got the East on lock for the most part. You're going to have a challenge next year with Boston, with Gordon Hayward. Come on now. Let's just be real. Can they still get past Boston? Pretty much. I think they could. But Cleveland didn't do anything. Anything worth talking about that got them any better. Every team. Boston got better. OKC got better. Houston got better. May still be getting better. Minnesota, 50 wins. Book it. Got better. The Clippers, they at least maintain what they were. Portland is trying to get Melo to get better. The Milwaukee Bucks at least are maintaining, but they probably will be better after having the season that they had. Cleveland has done nothing. Everyone should be concerned. Maybe not worried, but concerned. Chauncey Billups, they talking about lowballing him. He was like, I don't want that job. Shoot, y'all know what's waiting for us out west? Y'all gotta pay me some money. So, concern, yes. LeBron, Kevin Love, Kyrie Irving, Shumpert, J.R. Smith, whoever else you want to throw in there, yes, they should be concerned. You lost 4-1 in the NBA Finals. You didn't have anybody injured. You didn't get anyone, no one got ejected out of the game or anything like that. And you lost 4-1. Probably should have been 4-2, with game 3 to how that situation went, but we're not going to get into that. But you got a problem. You got a problem because it doesn't look like Golden State is going anywhere. And I don't even know, even if something happened with Golden State, I don't even know how they would match up. Because if Houston gets Melo, and let's just say Houston came out of the West and they went to the Western Conference Final. I don't know. I don't know with James Harden and not Chris Paul, but Carmelo, with that firepower, don't get me wrong. Kyrie is a beast. But we know LeBron is not that guy that goes on a tear like Kyrie does when it comes to scoring. That's just not his